moves, cause you smooth and lose whoever she choose. Get the dues. Respect is not expected, but it's given cause it's real. Being neglected is the norm, expected, then deal. Black cheek still for me. Put something in a nigga wig if he squeal on me. Still with me, cause we get down like what? I told you from the door, boo, it ain't all about a nut. I'm gonna be there. You gonna be there? I'm gonna be fair. Hit me with that question, boo, that answer gonna be yeah. See that? Something can go wrong, it does. Let it go, but it come back, that's how strong it was. But she belonged to cuz, couldn't belong to me. Had 2 kids with that nigga, man. What's wrong with me? But we gonna always be best of friends. Aha, mad love, boo. To the end. Aha. Holla at y'all. What? Oh, what up, hot one? What up, severe duty? I spit hot fire. What up, half a ather? You already know. The dialing, 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 and dialing. As I spit hot fire. Yeah, think about it. Who else spit that hot fire better than me? EG, life is good. Yeah. Even though there's a lot of people that disagree with you right now, but yeah, life is good. What's good with the great value beanie man? Baby girl, them one sim sima. Baby girl, them bring it sim sima. Sim sima. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about in that song with Maya. I told y'all, me and Maya went to the same school. We went to the same high school, Largo. Like my sisters, they knew Maya in school. Shout out to Maya. Yeah, she from around the way. They had my sister got her on the yearbook picture. It was like, yeah, this Maya right here. Like, yeah, we had such and such class together. Maya looked like a straight bird. Like an unevolved Pidgeotto. It was like, man, shout out to Maya though. Shout out to Maya and Genuine. They from up there. and Lloyd and Mario. Well, no, Mario from Baltimore. But yeah, they right there, man. Your do-rag smell like patchouli. Man, shout out to patchouli. I bet she was skinny then, grew up and filled out. Yeah, that's a story with high school, but a lot of people really find out who they are after school. Like in school, you could be like Maya wasn't popular in school. No one was checking for her. She didn't have a bunch of dudes following her, trying to hold her books, walking down the hallways to the next class. It was just, but eh, you know, you know, that's how it is though. Then when she came out, well, she was on that track with ODB, Ghetto Superstar. That is what you are. The whole hood was like, oh, that's so and so. It was like, yeah, then we had science class. Man, it's the end of the season, so the mosquitoes are trying to get all the blood they can. You don't really know or find yourself till after school, even after college. That's true. That's why a lot of parents in the 90s, they was trying to push their kids to go straight into college right out of high school. Like they knew themselves. Like you don't even know yourself in high school because you busy, for the most part, chasing after other people, trying to do what you see other people do, um, engaging in, groupthink, trying to fit in. It ain't really till you get past grade school and get out into the real world that you can really find yourself, in the sense of find something that you're actually good at, not something that your parents are trying to push on you, like being a doctor or a lawyer, or something that your teachers are trying to tell you to do. You get a chance to really, yeah. But there's a lot of people don't have that. They just go straight from one thing and jump right into the next. I went to college at 29 for welding. That's what's up. That's different than what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about like come on now, I see you. Come on. Really? You just gonna do that with me right here? You just gonna parasail like that? Yeah, I'm just talking about the kids that jump, with the young adults that jump straight out of high school and right into college. Why the fuck am I even live right now? So about Maya, are y'all Facebook friends? Nah, shout out to Maya. Nah, she older than me. That was my sister's, when my sisters was in Largo. Right? That's so shit. Get to the next episode. Tupac. You're legally 18, you're an adult, age numbers wise, and you most times still don't know. Life is just a beginning. I personally feel like with the public school thing, I feel like grade school could be shorter than what it is. Give teenagers enough time to actually mature. Because you don't really mature as long as you following somebody else, and that's what most teenagers do. When they go to school, there's these different groups in school that they feel like they have to fit into. Like you may have the goth kids over there, you may have the art club, the debate team, you may have the ROTC, then you got the cheerleaders over here, you got the jocks over there, you got the smokers, they over there. And it's like, you feel like you gotta choose the set you gonna bang type shit. It's like, but until you alone with yourself, I'm not talking about your parents, bless your parents' heart, bless parents, poor hearts. But sometimes, man, you gotta just, man, let them find a way. It's like DMX with your kids. When you got a son and he's on some young man shit, you gotta give a dog a bone, leave a dog alone, let a dog roam, and he'll find his way home. I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes parents just parent. Like, they parent hard as fuck. I'm talking about they parent real, dead ass. And then they over parent. I don't even know if that's a thing, because I don't know how to define, I don't know how to quantify the parent quotient. But some parents, they just parent with a capital P, son. I'm talking about I ain't talking about kids and young teenagers and preteen. I'm talking about niggas would be 16, 17, 18. Parents just be dead ass on some capital P parent type shit. Strong too, just strong with the parenting. I'm like, damn, son, like, eat a cucumber and chill out. Like, let little homie give him a chance to see if he can find his way. Damn. Helicopter parent. Not even helicopter. It's hard, man. It's just hard to explain, but I know when I see it. But it's not even helicopter. The helicopter parent thing, that's like, you don't really see too much of that. That's not what I'm talking about, but that was around heavy when I was coming up. That's some 90s, early 2000s shit. And then I remember like around 2008, I kept hearing the term free range parenting. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Like Will Smith, like you heard Will Smith say the shit, like he free range parent his kids free range. Like he could, like you compare your kids to a bunch of fucking chickens. Like they just out, like I don't do nothing with them. Like nah, they just do them. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? That shit was wild. Parents have man, shout out to parents. Parents have so many different styles. It's crazy. It's so many. Parents be freestyling. Don't nobody fuck a battle rapper. Don't nobody freestyle like a parent. Soon as somebody have a kid, they be like, what do we do? Pull out a parenting book. They're like, fuck that parenting book. We're gonna freestyle this. That's all they ever fucking did. The person that wrote the book on parenting freestyled to come up with the book on parenting. That's how much freestyle is involved with the shit. That's why when you get a group of parents together reading a book on parenting, trying to figure out how to raise their child, understand the person who wrote the book you're reading in a parenting group freestyle. And that shit worked for him. Your kids are not a monolith. That shit may not work for you. That's all I'm saying. Some of y'all kids is retarded. Capital R. Hard E. Retarded. Some of y'all kids just bad as shit. Some of y'all kids downright evil. Some of y'all kid, man, they just too fucking intelligent. They just too fucking smart. So that shit, all that parenting book shit, that shit don't work forever. This isn't a one size fits all solution to parenting. It's like diets. How our bodies are different. They respond differently to different things and different stimuli in our environment. It creates certain conditions. Yeah, this diet that worked for Jenny Craig, this shit ain't gonna work for me. How you know it's gonna work for you? You try this shit and you like, why am I still fat? Because you're different. You know? It's the same way. Yeah, some of y'all just got evil ass kids. Y'all kids evil as fuck. And you try and raise your kid, you reading this book on this person about this parent who had good kids. This parent who wrote this book on parenting had good kids. You're trying to apply the same parenting methods that the person who wrote the book on parenting, even though he had good kids, to your evil kids. Your kid, you got 3 kids and they are Marvel Cinematic Universe villains. And you trying to raise them according to the person who wrote this book on parenting with these angelic kids that this motherfucker had. You're literally raising Thanos, Green Goblin, and Darkseid. That shit not gonna work for you. You gotta freestyle. You gotta try some shit out. You gotta do some shit. You gotta freestyle. That's all I'm saying. All this shit just a freestyle. Shout out to parents, man. Parents freestyle. I love parents. Parents just get on their super parent shit. They'll put the cape on and quit. They put the cape on. Get the fuck off of me. Why am I talking about parents? The switch fixes badass kids. It worked for some, but it doesn't work for others. This shit don't always work. I ain't gonna hold you and sit up here and say I don't even believe in spanking. Some people call it whooping. Some people do like the Quran and call it lightly beating. You know the part of the Quran that says you can lightly beat your wife if she get out of pocket. I said this some pimp named Slickback shit right here. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It may not work for your application. All evil kids aren't built the same. It's like I said, you may have a dark side, he may have a green goblin. Dark side and green goblin don't share the same evilness or power level. So that kid got badass kids, that parent got badass kids, and he telling you, because you got badass kids, to do this. That shit not gonna work on your kid. You know, you gonna have to figure, don't nobody know like you. It's just sometimes parents second guess themselves because of the world around them. Too much outside influence and too much in the way the cultures change every decade. So sometimes you're gonna feel like this should be done, but because these parents over here or these parents you may hang out with will look at you wrong, and then your kid just grows up and is just a disrespectful motherfucker. No respect for male authority. Just an ain't shit individual. Hello, parents. You know? Well, shit was fun. Slava put kids don't do what you say they do. What you do. I agree with you, but that too in and of itself is an ideological fallacy. Your kids gotta understand it ain't always you can't do what everybody else do. It's just certain people that your kids gonna look up to when they go to school. And you could tell them not to do this, the teacher could tell them not to do that. That kid, they tell them, yo, don't do this. But they end up fucking doing it. Nah, you can't just do everything you see everybody else doing. There's a difference between adults and children. That difference has to be, that line has to be sharp. But some people, they like, yo, that's my buddy. That's my little buddy. That's the little homie. We friends. My kids are my friends. You know, they raise their kids the same way they raise their baby cane Corso. Like the kid, they may have a son. They treat him the same way the baby. Come here. Come here. The kid just shit on the furniture. And, oh, who's a good boy? Come here. Come get a biscuit. You know, shit like that. You know, sometimes you may see, you know, parents doing shit. That line got to be there. Adult, child. That line was sharp. I remember that line. That line was damn near physical in the 80s and 90s. As a matter of fact, I remember a time there was a slogan, children should be seen and not heard. Y'all remember that? Who's old enough to remember? Matter of fact, I remember a time when your parents used to be in the grocery store talking to another adult, and as a kid, you felt like what you had to say was so important. You would go up to your parent and just start talking, and your parent would look at you, and you shut the fuck up. Or if that's your second, third time doing it, you was getting smacked upside the head. You just don't interrupt two adults talking. That shit was like forbidden. There was like an unwritten rule. That shit wasn't written down nowhere. That shit was just like an invisible contract. It was like, yo, yo, they talking, son. Don't even go up there. Nah, that shit can wait. That shit can wait. I'm talking about, I don't care if you looked outside and seen an alien spacecraft abducting people. When you went to tell your parents, and if you seen them talking to other adults, that shit had to wait. You just be looking outside. And she go away. You better point. Nah, nigga, that line was there. It was a line. Remember your dad used to smoke? You had a dad that used to smoke. Don't do as I say, don't do as I do, but kids do what they do. Bullshit. Your dad smoked, you knew good and hell well you had no business going in his office fucking with his cigarettes. You knew good and hell well. You knew it. He had it, man, that's some adult shit. Adults do adult things. Kids gotta know, like, yo, there's some adult shit. There's some adult shit. Like we adults is what we do. When you get kids got sick of hearing, when you get old enough, you can do these type of things. Until then, under my roof, no. Remember, you may have a son, he like 15, he want his girlfriend to come over and spend the night or some weird shit like that. Just some goofy shit that, no. And he hit you with the, but you a mom, but y'all are doing it. Y'all doing the same. Be like, yo, I'm an adult. This my house. A lot of things that parents, that's why I said parents freestyle. That's where some of the responses that parents gave you as a kid came from. Remember you used to ask your dad, yo, you ice cream? No. It'd be 10 o'clock at night. You eating ice cream? This my house. You didn't understand that shit. That's some freestyle. This my house. Or they hit you with the because I can. Or your parents will tell you to do something when you say why? Because I told you so. You ain't understand that shit. You was like, yo, ain't older now, I bet you understand that shit. Some of y'all in here that had to tell your kids because this my house. That's why. Don't even fucking know. Just mind. Because I pay the bills in here. That shit is important when you older. Some of them don't understand that shit, man. Sometimes you parents, the kids gotta respect what you say as a parent. I don't even give a fuck. You respect what you say. It's just different. It's just different, and then people come from different worlds, and then kids get exposed to different worlds through other kids. Why the fuck am I talking about this? I heard Owen thought you were just having a friendly roast session, huh? Well, first of all, hello to you too. Zach M, aka Zach the Dread. You just gonna jump straight to that without even saying, yo, what's up, BG? Nigga still got dread. Nigga come in here with that bullshit, nigga. I got dread. Fuck wrong. Then when you gotta pull a dread out on a little baby dread right here. I got a little baby dread. How that make you feel, Zach the Dread? Huh? Does this make you feel some type of way? Huh? Check that out. Because I hate dreads and they stink. And I worked at a surf shop and white women with dreads came in and tried on the bull caps and they stank and we had to throw them bitches away. Show that nigga, that's why I call him Zach the Dread. He was talking about dreads on Tyrone's stream and had it connected. He was shaking when he was I was like, hell yeah. I was like, BG got dreads and it ain't the end of the world. Shout out to Zach the Dread. Now, getting to the other part of your statement. Yeah, that's because Owen Benjamin knows I'm a superior male. And Owen Benjamin is anti-white. I said what I said. I know anti-white when I see it. That shit a joke. But to be honest, my Owen Benjamin is anti-white theory really holds some fucking water. It really does. If you look at who he beefs with on a weekly basis. Any um, peaceful parenting for the win. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is peaceful parenting? That's some new shit. That's that 2020 coronavirus ain't real shit right there. Peaceful parenting. Now, I don't know who told y'all that ain't no such thing as. I haven't seen peaceful parenting. I haven't seen it in real life. People may talk about it. That shit is a unicorn. Every parent I know, they got kids and they done had to go to war. Like, emotionally, they done, spiritually, they done had to ask for patience. That shit is, there's trials and tribulations. They come with kids. Ain't no peace, ain't nothing peaceful about it. I don't know what the peaceful part. I don't know what it is. Somebody write a book on that. I might read it. Cause I thought I done heard it all. What up? I've seen amazing results. Okay, Nicholas Canada, aka Little Big and Narcopoco. I'm gonna have to. I ain't never heard it. I got you. Shout out to Little Big and Narcopoco, aka Nicholas Canada. Not being peaceful is a part of human nature and learning. Man, a lot of that shit is traumatic. Moms be traumatized too. I ain't on no, like, you know how the people that come with these type of jokes, they'd be like, yeah, you know, don't have kids do this, it's annoying. I'm not coming from that angle, but I'm saying kids are annoying. Like real shit. Like all this peaceful shit. It ain't just kids. You just love them while they this size and they baby, because when they get older and really start talking back, the teenage shit is the worst. So like real shit. Oh, when they come teenagers and they try you, okay. You got daughters, they get into it with their moms and then run to daddy. You get sons, they gonna get into it with they father and then run to mom. This shit gonna feel like, you may feel like as an adult, as a parent, as a father, you may feel like this little motherfucker is trying to tear my family apart. Like type shit. Like this shit get real. I know that's how my dad felt about me. I was on that type of time. I just got to the age of 16. I was like, yeah, I don't want to hear that shit no more. I bucked and got put out. But it's just something about your mom. As a young man, you go to your mom and try to plead, you know, like your mom is your attorney type shit. Like, yo, like, look, I was just minding my business, right? This is what I was minding my business in the basement, listening to my Tech 9 CD, and in comes this angry man of the house ass nigga right here, right? So you gotta go to your mom's like, I'll talk to him. Don't worry, I'll talk to him. You hear your dad and mom up there arguing over you. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of him. He thinks he's a man. It's like, just calm down. Just calm. When you hear your mom tell your dad to calm down, and your dad hate that. Don't tell me to calm down. I'm not calming down. You coddle him too fucking much. And when your parents get into it, you just gotta be feeling conflicted, y'all. Like you like. You go to your siblings, you're like, yo, I think mom winning the case for me and shit, bro. Yeah, I think mom is a good attorney. Like, she's up there. Yeah. I think I might be okay. And when you find out the man of the house got veto power and he veto your mom vote and put your ass out anyway. Sometimes you just feel like that, man. This shit get rough. People had kids and think that shit cookies and bubbles because you can hold them and you just hold them. He was like, you are my sunshine, my always sunshine. Shit, all right. Keep. You ever seen soccer moms turn up? Soccer moms go from soccer mom to blue eyes white dragon in 1 second. Talking about when your kid, you seen her kid just hit a nerve and she just become a whole other person for like 5 seconds and then just snap back to the person she was 6 seconds ago. You're like, damn, your kids done hit a switch. You just turned into a demon hunter. And it reverted back to your old Honda Pilot driving ways. Where your kids keep running in and out the house, hold the screen door open for too long, and a couple mosquitoes fly the fuck in. I've had it with, get the fuck, stay inside or stay outside. I'm sick of it. You stay, get in here. Get in here. Your kids think it's a fucking joke and they run over there. Breastfeeding until it's hungry. My dad didn't have veto power. He did. He just didn't. All dads have veto. I grew up. He did. He just didn't use it. But it's in all dads. Sometimes it gets suppressed. Yeah, man, I had a dominant. My dad was like just straight. Like he was official. Like my dad was. I grew up in Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't matter. My mom, I remember I got put out. My mom, she was crying and she done threw all the womanly wiles at him and did all the pleading, and she was a great attorney for my cause, but that shit didn't work. Yeah, and then my mom was the one that delivered the news. It wasn't even him. She just I went up there. You see in her eyes, she ain't shit she do. But she yo, you my baby. You my baby boy, but you gotta grow up, son. It's when you see your mom, you look like that, you like, damn, my dad really got it going the fuck on. She this nigga really got veto power like that. And then you grow up in the school system, you see all these women with power. You see women teachers. You see all of the women, the women in positions of power over men as a young man. And you think that the role of a woman is to overturn the decisions of the man or talk him down. And then you see that that's not the case. That's where I got the shit from. You see it all day. That's why young men don't respect male authority. Because all the authority they see, to be honest, is women. Women run the household. Women do the man, because your dad may be at work all day. He grinding, so your mom there. So your mom be like, do this, do that. And as a young man, you gotta do that. You don't hear your dad telling you to do this, do that every time, but he come home from work. He really ain't telling you, do this, do that. That's your mom. You feel like your mom a fucking drill sergeant. So right there coming up, you think your mom is like the epitome, like the alpha, like the fucking apex predator. And then you yo, the silent, that's when you realize who the silent partner is really pulling the strings. That's how my dad worked. All this stay home with your kids and coddle them and come here and raise them online and shit, man. Nah, nigga, my dad, he was quiet. You hear? I'm talking about he was quiet. Yeah, look at you, ask you a series of questions, give them the correct answer the first time. You don't let him have to ask you twice. But before it even got to that, mom. It was mom. Mom was right there to deliver the verdict, to dole out the punishment, to take away whatever games or toys or electronics that you have acquired, and to decide when to get them shits back. And sometimes it wasn't until you was older that your mom told you, oh, your dad told me to do that. You be like, damn, for real? Like, yeah. I didn't want to do that. Man, your dad sometimes. Sometimes your dad, when you got smart with your mom, and when your dad came in there, that's what I said. When you got disciplined by your mom growing up, man, act like that shit hurt. Your mom smack you in the back of the head, you better fall the fuck out. Your knees better buckle. Your mom go do this. You tell your mom, no, fuck you. And she come with that slipper, or she hit you with the backhand. You better, nigga, your knees better cave inward. You better become pigeon-toed and bow-legged at the same second and fall the fuck out. And hold your breath so you can look blue. That way they really think you hurt. So that way your father won't feel like you've challenged authority and he steps in. When your dad, when your knees buckle and you fall the fuck out, your dad walk in there, you just be like, I'm already fucked up, please. You see, look at my leg. She hit the back of my head and my knees. I broke my toe fucking with her. I've had enough punishment. You gotta have that I've had enough look. Your mom, that shit didn't hurt for real. You just ain't want your dad to jump on. Wait till your dad gets home. That shit was chilling. I've only heard that a handful of times. Like, I think it got thrown around a lot in the 2000s. Wait till your dad get home. And that shit got played out. But like, and when I was growing up, when you heard that shit, it was real. Like, your mom didn't. I feel like moms say that now is like an idle threat. Like they just say it to make the kids act right real quick. When my mom said that shit, yeah, that was like the fucking detective throwing up the bat sign. Like, shit was gonna get real quick in a couple minutes. Then when your mom stopped talking, she was like, your dad'll be home in 20 minutes. And you be like, wait a minute, mom. What? For real? You know I'm sorry. You go you vacuum the living room and and rearrange furniture and do all types of weird shit, trying to win her over. That shit don't work. When your dad come home and he come in through the side door from the carport and he look at you, hey, and he greet you, and then he going and you just like, hey. Y'all talk, and then he go upstairs where your mom at, and they in the room for a couple minutes, and everything get quiet, and then he come back downstairs with a whole different aura. You just like, oh shit. That's when you talk like, yo, I rearranged the furniture though. Did you see this furniture I rearranged? I made dinner. I boiled eggs and everything. Shit ain't like that no more though, but yeah, man, shit was wild. I try to go to bed early, never work. Oh fuck no, that's not working. Hell no. Oh hell no. You gonna get woken up. You gonna get woken up. That shit the worst. Tell your dad when he come home. It be 8 o'clock at night. He come in the door. You go to sleep at. You in the bed 7. To give him enough time to really make him think you. Your ass getting woke up. Don't play that shit. I don't have much memories of my moms and pops together. Oh, never cold. For some of y'all automatically think that's a bad thing by default. Oh, my mom and dad were together. For some of y'all, that was for the best. No, honest. Because either your dad wasn't shit or your mom wasn't shit. And that shit just wouldn't have worked. And you would have ended up more traumatized with them together, hitting on each other in front of you and talking all crazy to each other than you would have just grown up with a single fucking parent. You probably have been all fucked up. So yeah, for some of y'all, some real shit. Some of y'all, nah, don't poor me. Nah, don't do that. Nah, ain't no poor you. Nah, that's how you here. You here. You alright. I be meeting people, they be like, I didn't have a father. I be like, that's because that nigga was insane. That nigga was insane. And then you hear about these people who grew up with a mom and dad in the house, and they mom just beat, and they dad beat on their mom in front of, he come home drunk, beat on the mom in front of, that shit fucked them up, and they grew up all fucked up. You got that when you have a man that doesn't really want to fucking be there, but your mom, he feel like your mom trapped him in that shit. So that shit comes out in certain actions and in the way his mannerisms and the way he treats you and her. And that shit, you don't know what the fuck going on because you a child. You don't understand the relationship dynamic between the two. But nah, that shit is some problems right there. And that shit just kind of manifests, and you kind of absorb that shit because you grown up seeing that shit, and now you don't know how to treat a woman. Or now you don't know how to engage with a man. You don't know how to be a fucking wife. You don't know how to be a husband because you grew up seeing that fucked up shit. That shit was fucked up. There's not enough Lifetime movies to watch in order to correct that fucked up behavior you witnessed growing up. There's not enough rom-coms you can watch to correct that. People be watching rom-coms. So this is how I'm supposed to treat a woman. No. It'd be the whole fucking rom-com, romantic comedy movie. The whole fucking rom-com is about a woman. She's some type of writer. She ghostwrites for Sandra Brown. And a man. The man ain't shit. She doesn't really like the nigga, but he proposed. She said yes. So now they're engaged. Right? Her job, ghostwriting for Sandra Brown, takes her to the fucking Swiss Alps somewhere. So now she tells her abusive fiance, I gotta go leave and go for work. So now she's in the Swiss fucking Alps, ghostwriting freak novels that will be read by Liz for Sandra Brown. And while she's there, she meets someone. She done met a guy named Javier. So now her and Javier have gotten close. Javier is all like, yo, I'm falling for you. She's all like, but I have a man. And he's all like, he can't love you like I love you, girl, what I say is true. And then the man just randomly shows up on some, I know I've been an asshole, but you're my fiance, I want to make things right. And she's all conflicted, but next thing you fucking know, she chooses Javier and stays in the Swiss fucking Alps. Case closed, end of the book. That's every fucking rom-com ever. They done built a fucking house, had a whole bunch of rebellious kids that don't plow the driveway, etc. Why the fuck am I talking about rom-coms? I hate the word rom-com. BG, since you grew up with a good father figure in the home, why do you think you turned to gang life? We are led to believe lack of father figures lead to that life. That's a lie. It sound good. I thought that too. When you look at certain data, you've seen the book Bill Gates, How to Lie, How to, you know. It's true and then it's not true. It depends on the person. Like sometimes your kid, you could be the best parent in the world to your kids, and your kid, you been get just, that man, nigga, this shit spiritual. Was you, I was, man, I had, listen, and sometimes peer pressure and wanting to fit in is more of a booster in that aspect than the lessons you were taught as a child by your father and mother. When when they done with you and it's time for you to be your own man, sometimes you gonna have a lot of kids, the prince of the power of the air just gets a hold of them, and they gotta shake that monkey off their back. And sometimes in order to do that, it takes trials and tribulations. And that's what builds the character of the man, like how it did with me. It didn't matter. I could have had the best father, whoever the best father figure y'all think out there in the world, I could have had him. Still would have ended up the same way because I'm me. Once you become once you become an adult, you 18, 19, your parents, and that's why parents, they feel like I failed. No, you didn't. You did what you were supposed to do. It's not all kids going. Jeffrey Dahmer grew up with a good father and a mother. They were together. Okay, I mean, and you're gonna have certain people that grew up with nothing but their mom in the house. They was raised by single moms, and they turned out fucking fantastic. It's just, so a lot of times the environment plays a big part in it, and then too, the ambition of the child it plays an even bigger part in it. You gonna have some people, they just determine, yo, I'm gonna go this way. Some people, they gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna go that way. You see kids, they grow up in a house, they parents smoke and drink. But they grow, when they don't touch cigarettes and alcohol. They like, I seen my parents go through that. Sometimes it's the opposite. They like, I drink and smoke because my parents did. You see what I'm saying? So you can't, man, I don't have the answers on that. But I know it's not cut and dry, as in just lack of, there's a strong argument for that, but man, it's more to it than what people can think, because the problem is really spiritual. There's not, you can point to a set of data and be like, ooh, this, and just be like, yeah, it's that, but you're missing the overall picture of the kids that become young adults, because there's just so many factors, and not everybody's the same. You know, it's just, and no one will ever get to the bottom of it, because they just gonna stop at lack of fathers. It's just like you can have a single mom raising a son grow up to be bad as fuck. They're gonna blame the father. That nigga wasn't there. How the fuck do you blame someone that wasn't there? That's the dumbest shit possible. It's because his father wasn't there, and his father ain't shit. Man, that nigga wasn't even there. You can't blame him. What the fuck? But that's what niggas do. That's how this shit is. You know, once you remove a variable out the equation, you then can't come to a conclusion that turns out to be false and wrong and include that removed variable. Just, you know, so I mean, man, we people. Shit, man, that's some people shit. I don't have the answers for you, fam. I don't fucking know. Oh, but me personally, nah, I wanted to fit in. I know why I did the shit. I had a good father. I still did the gang shit, and man, that whole shit was fake. We was trying to do something. Part of the reason was because I moved away from where I grew up and went to another side of town where gangs were active, due in part to Mexicans. Real shit. MS-13, all types of Serenos, Sereno 13, MS-13, Lamar Salvatrucha, all that shit, Brown Pride, 18th Street. And at the time, you had niggas, and these Mexican gangs were clashing. And these niggas, this shit in Maryland, niggas ain't know They just like, yo, we over here, we off Riverdale Road, like this shit. Like, yeah, they really a thorn in our side. Niggas ain't no, so niggas just took a movement that was going on, that they felt was a movement that was going on a whole nother coast in California. It was like, yo, we gonna do that. Some niggas tapped in, and then nigga from there it was a East-West Coast connection, and niggas felt justified to do what we did, and I felt honored to be a part of this shit. I was like, yeah, nigga, cause these niggas is wild. And before long, when you start to see yourself become the villain, you go from, you do it long enough, you go from being a hero to being a fucking villain. That's just the way it seems to be. And then niggas, you feel like you convince yourself that you are fighting for a cause that really doesn't even fucking exist. Yeah, but even still, in that whole situation with gangs and shit, I still carried my father's lessons. That's why a lot of people looked up to me. Maybe because I did grow up in a house where I had a mom and dad, and I understood certain dynamics and tactics, and niggas would listen to me. So, and that shit just, you know. But yeah, man, it's always gonna be, you know. MS-13 wood is small as hell, man. Look, them niggas, they were heavy in DC for a little bit too. I was locked up with the nigga Snoopy who cut off the 18th Street nigga hand and had him permanently throwing up the MS shit. 18th, that's another. It was El Salvadorian gang. I shouldn't say Mexican. Is El Salvadorian. It's a big ass difference. But yeah, man, that shit. Sometimes as a parent, man, you can't place the way your children grow up, and as a direct reflection of you. A lot of people say that. But there's a lot of times it's not. You can equip somebody with the proper tools to conquer life, but they don't use the shit. You can give somebody the keys to the kingdom, but they don't use the keys. You can lead a horse to water. The horse may not drink the water. That's not your fault. You brought him there. He just arrived and was like, yeah, I'm going that way. What the fuck you gonna do? You know? And that's your life. BG, will you comment on Ukraine? I ain't got no the fuck going on with Ukraine? So BG, are you telling us you are easily swayed by social pressure? Yeah, I was. I absolutely was. I was swayed by current politics of certain aspects of street life, where I felt that I could throw some weight around. And then too, the cherry on top was the bullshit cause for it all. Like I'm actually doing something right. Like the whole brotherhood thing. Like, yo, this a brotherhood. Like this, like we look out for each other. And then how that shit was. Bad inventory. Everybody out there was influenced. Everybody out there was influenced and swayed by public opinion and whatever the ordeal was. Like when you went to school and you seen the kids, they had bell bottoms. Your ass wanted bell bottoms. That's why I said young adults, until you know yourself, and I'm not saying that on some spiritual seeking truth or time. I'm talking about know yourself, like you know what you like, what you don't like. You know when to tell somebody no, when to be like, yeah. You know how not to be swayed by the opinions of your peers. Like when you in school, you don't understand this because everything you do in school, you sway by the opinions of your peers. Either that or your parents. You really don't know what you like or don't like. Um, you had kids, they get I remember the Kevin Garnett's came out. They were purple. But didn't nobody like purple. Niggas thought purple was for faggots and homosexuals. Niggas, man, them Kevin Garnett's came out. Niggas started wearing them cool kids. Next day, everybody had the Kevin Garnett's in black and purple with the side zip up. Niggas was like, really? Really? Nigga, we got these Kevin Garnett's, nigga. These shits as fresh as I'm is. Remember the fucking, when you were a kid, you had LA Gears. What's LA Gears, BG? Them shits, every time you take a step, them bitches light the fuck up. It's a fucking light show. You ever seen a truck with rock lights under the wheel well? That was LA Gears in a nutshell. Niggas is just stomping in they LA Gears trying to make them shits light the fuck up. But when you got to certain places and they told you that shit not cool, what'd you do? You conform. Kids conform. That's what they do. That's all. It ain't no different for young adults. But as a man in my own space, solitary confinement give you a lot of time to figure out who the fuck you are. It really does. It does you good. A lot of people be like, yo, it's bad. Nah, nigga, that's good. A lot of people need that shit. You need to shake that demon off your back and really get along with you. You know, you just like, yo, like I was tripping. Sometimes in order for you to see the bullshit, you got to be taken away from the bullshit. You got to be taken out of the bullshit. And then when you look back, you're like, damn, that's bullshit. And I was knee deep in it. You know, that's how it is. Man, are cops over there allowed to catch someone who steals phones? Man, what? Jessica, what you talking? What do you mean are cops allowed to catch someone who steals phones? Man, cops over here will catch you if you fought wrong. If you break, and that shit go west, woo! Hands over your head. Sir, can you step out of the car? Step out of the car, sir. Do you have any weapons or illegal? Do you have any narcotics? Sir, I'm gonna need you to put your hands over your head. You be like, what happened? The fuck I do, officer? And you done fought it wrong, and that shit caught in the trade winds, and the officer smelled it. He smelled that shit. That shit fucked up his day. He was eating a donut. Are you saying that because in California they don't, the news is saying they don't arrest people? That shit ain't, niggas, they'll lock you up, man. They'll play that shit. Don't do that. Don't come out here with that shit. Woo! Sir, step out of the car. We have reason to believe that you have weapons of mass destruction. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Nigga, you just let one go because you done had too many taquito tacos from 7-Eleven. You minded, you done passed wind, you done broke wind, you done broke ass. Minding your business, and here these niggas come. Woo, sir, step out of the car. You know shit getting real when he get on this shit. They got the walkie on their shirt on this motherfucker here, and they always grab it with one hand and do this shit. They crook their neck and they don't just they. Sir, this is Officer Willie to Officer Murphy requesting backup. You like, oh fuck. That's when your underarms start sweating, cause you know when Officer Murphy get there, he gonna have a hillbilly hard and training. They always training a nigga too. It's always a hillbilly hard. Murphy show up with hillbilly hard. You like, oh fuck. Now it's 3 of these niggas. Then the canine, the nigga with the canine show up. But it's not a fucking German Shepherd. It's a fucking beagle. And you like, oh fuck. That's the cocaine sniffing. That's the cocaine sniffing dog. You like, oh, that's when your heart drop in your stomach. You like, fuck. They about to sniff my wheel hubs. This nigga got hubcaps on his shit. He don't even got, nigga, your wheel, the dog all up in your wheel with a little beagle just be sniffing like, you like, oh, fuck. Fuck my life. That when he get back on this motherfucker right here, suspect armed, possibly dangerous. When the dog freak out, like, oh, I don't even know why he tripping like that, nigga. That's when they tear your car apart. Your car, don't nobody search. You thought your mom searching your room was fucked up? Nobody search like cops search. I'm telling you, sir. They gonna sit your ass on the curb over there. You not even gonna be able to see what all they doing. All they know is that dog kirked out when he got to the back seat. That's it. Next thing you know, you being placed in handcuffs, sat on the curb out that motherfucker, and all three of them are in your car. You be like, damn, your shit fucked up. They got steering wheel pullers now. Fuck with me, cops got steering wheel pullers. They pulling, you be like, damn nigga, I've been trying to replace my clock spring I've needed a steering wheel puller. You think you can leave that undone when you finish searching my shit? Nigga, they find out the dog just tripped out because you had a open Slim Jim in the back seat. They gonna give you a warning and tell you go on about your business. Your car is taken apart. Your shit sitting on blocks. You be like, officer, my shit sitting on blocks. They be like, let this be a warning and get your tail light fixed. Like, how the fuck I'm gonna get home? They don't reimburse shit neither. They'll search your house like that. When the unit, that's what all these niggas talking about, they been swatted. How the fuck you get swatted and they ain't run through your shit? That's not swatting. Tim Pool, I got swatted. Nigga, your shit would have been fucked up. Your camera, okay, your hard drives would have been, all your books off your shelf gone. Them shit, nigga, your kitchen floor been dug the fuck up. I paid that shit. Your refrigerator been tipped over. The contents of your refrigerator just thrown in the dining room. No fucks given. Ain't no such thing as swatted and your house ain't fucked up. They tearing out the insulation. That shit is demolition. Fuck you mean? That shit straight demolition. Niggas be talking, I got swatted. No the fuck you didn't. Your computer still work. How the fuck you get swatted and start live streaming afterwards? They would have took that shit. They would have broke apart your laptop on the ground looking for nickel bags inside. You didn't get swatted. I've been swatted. That shit is straight carnage when they leave. They'll leave too. They'll be like, all right, nothing here, we're out. You be like, ain't nothing here, y'all ain't find shit? So y'all gonna fix my fucking house? They got one officer climbing up your fucking chimney looking for nickel bags of weed. Fucking nickel. Hey, shout out the cops, man. People don't, and the cops are funny. That's something, that shit not funny when it happens. That shit funny. You be like, yo, that shit fucked up. That shit, y'all heard the nigga Lil Reese Lil Reese, the Chicago rapping nigga, when he was talking about how the FBI ran up in his shit, and when he got swatted, and he had like 80,000 cash. He said, he said when they left, they was like, all right, we out. He was like, it was like 12 of them niggas. When they left, the money wasn't there. No report was filed. He said they ain't fuck with me, so I ain't even worried about the money. Nigga, they be on one. He was like, yeah, they was on one. Yeah, all my money, all my cash was gone. He was like, yeah, nigga, that shit was gone. He was like, yeah. He was like, what'd you do? Did you file a report? He was like, fuck no. Hell no. I was like, shit, I'm gonna just charge it to the game. Let me stop talking about the police. Why am I talking about the police? I don't know how I be getting to some of these topics. Police need a drywall division to fix the search parties. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a. Anybody in here ever had they shit searched by the police? They don't give a. I'm not talking about them 2 officers that just show the fuck up. Can we come in? And you give them coffee and you talk about the case or whatever the fuck. No, I'm talking about the SWAT. I'm talking about them niggas with. They'll show up in like regular clothes. You can't even, you be like, yo, who the fuck? You look out the peephole, you like, honey, you like, babe, yo, it's some special niggas here to see you. You don't know who the fuck they there for. Honey, who are these special niggas right here? This nigga got on the bulletproof vest. This nigga got on jeans. You're like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga have on the mask with this shit right here. Honey, there's some gang members outside to see you. You be like, who the fuck? I've been swatted. Man, your door wouldn't be standing if you got swatted. Them niggas don't knock. When SWAT show up, them niggas do not knock. Nigga, your Oakwood door gone. You thought the Jehovah's Witness knocking was bad. They got that jank, the medieval jank, the shit. They got to take 3 niggas to force your door open. Hoorah! Boom! Yo shit, you like, honey? The kids are a little rowdy up there. Nah, nigga, that's SWAT just entered the equation. It seems like the first place they always go. It never fails. When they break into your shit, the first place they go in your house is the refrigerator. Like how your nephew do when he come over your house. He goes straight to the refrigerator. They in the refrigerator, just with the arm out. They move. They pull the drawers out the refrigerator. Like why? There's no drugs in the see-through drawer. The drawers coming out. The shelf coming out. It's just gonna be a box by the time they get finished. The refrigerator gonna be tipped over. That shit fuck up your vinyl flooring. They gonna run the faucet too. They gonna make the faucet on. Why? I don't know. You're like, these fucking police. Greetings from Germany. What's up with you? Shout out to Germany. I like Germans. Y'all got like the blood sausage over there or some shit like that? You be like, yo, what's a German food that people be like blood sausage? Oh no, wait, that's Sweden. No, that's Finland. What the fuck do Germans eat? Some of these places you just go there and they be like, what's a traditional dish they got here? It just be like eggs. They're like scrambled eggs. Some basic shit. But it's hella traditional though. You be like, man, like, Like you had like Germans that come to America and be like, where's the what traditional food I can get from here? What traditionally American? I don't fucking know. You can't just point them to McDonald's. You just point them to the KFC. Like, well, I don't know. I have been watching a lot of like travel channels with people going to, coming from Europe to America, and then they just talk cash shit about America. One of the like the top 3 things that Europeans specifically Europeans they hate about America is our food. They'll go someplace like KFC and be like, Americans have shitty food. Then they'll vlog about it. You're like, bitch, you went to KFC. Then they'll say we have too many strip malls and all our cities are geared towards vehicles. They hate that shit. They're gonna point out how many Americans drive pickup trucks for no reason. How come Americans have so many fucking pickup trucks? Their cities are not walkable. You be like, then they gonna bitch about Americans not having passports and not traveling outside of America to experience other things, and Americans thinking Americans are the center of the fucking universe. That's what they gonna bitch about. How come Americans think they're the center of the universe and they're the most important people? They don't have passports because we have passports? Because a fucking European can walk 2 hours that way and be in a whole nother fucking country where they speak a whole nother language. So they think having a passport means you're doing something. It's not true out here in America. You can walk 2 hours that way and still be in Virginia. What else Europeans be bitching about? National pride. That's all they told every fucking, I went to America and this is what I think video. They talk about how America, they'll go to DC and be like, how come Americans love the flag? All of them are very patriotic and it's annoying. They'd be like, yo, you were in DC. You came to America and went to DC during Memorial Day weekend and seen motorcycles riding down the street with flags hanging out the back. Then they'll vlog about the shit like, all Americans are overly patriotic. You're like, yeah. Cause you go certain parts down south, you're gonna see a different kind of flag. Like, I know you. Americans are rude. Like, yeah, nigga, bro. He used to talk to you. Say what's up. Some of them, they be like, Americans are nice. And then they'll be like, I was in New Jersey and I met this Italian woman and she was nice. They'll be like, yo, that wasn't American for real. Like, they Italians. It's like, yo, you just judged America on an immigrant. Swatting, another term for gang drive-by of sorts. Man, that shit like a whole gang of y'all. That's how they do them boys when them jump out boys, when they damn near kidnap you in regular clothes. Them niggas that have on, you don't know who the fuck, you don't know what the fuck. It really do be like that. You're just like, yo, who the fuck just kidnapped me? I've been kidnapped, nigga. You get thrown into the back of the paddy wagon. It'd be an unmarked, that shit be unmarked in a bitch. It'll be like a Ram, some type of Ram, that shit, the tinted up. All types of illegal shit with the vehicle. Probably didn't even have emissions checked or nothing. Just in a legal ass vehicle. Just kidnapping motherfuckers, taking you to the precinct to question you about why you farted. Why did you fart during the trade winds on Tuesday 9 a.m.? You're like, officer. I had just eaten chili. Please let me go. Oh damn, I ain't even caught up. We on E celeb. Okay, we need another E celeb to go at BG's next so we can get another roast. Man, ain't nobody. My roasting days are behind. I ain't roasting nobody. I'm done. I'm done doing that. I'm done doing that until it's time to do that again. I don't. I'm done. Until somebody else play me like it's sweet around here or some shit like that. I ain't built like that. But I don't want to just have unending conflict. That shit just, man, I grew up. I felt like I grew up like that. I ain't trying to. I put myself in positions like I don't want to do this shit. I'm a grown ass man. If I can make peace with you, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna be really sitting up here trying to go at people. But I'm a comedian, so I talk shit about people. But that ain't no like, that ain't like me just going to war and going back and forth with people. Nah, I take little shots at people. That's just what I do. I ain't really trying to start. I don't want no problems with you. I don't want no problem with nobody. I ain't looking for it. I ain't looking for the smoke. Well, a lot of you guys think USA is the world. Shit, because according to us, it is. And a lot of people know it. That shit the motherfucking world for right now. Every dog has his day. Europe used to be the world. Remember that? Remember when Europeans thought they were the world? Huh? Alright then. Don't sit up here and get mad because Americans think they are the world or at the center of the fucking world. Every dog has his day. It'll become something else sometime soon. Don't worry. This shit is just how it's been. It's been like this since history. Walkable cities are just World Economic Forum enslavement propaganda. No, it's not. Not to Americans, yeah, but in Europe, a lot of that architecture, infrastructure, and a lot of the cities were there before Americans had the industrial age, where certain cities were, yeah, we had the automobile was a recent invention. Niggas had, subdivisions and all this other shit. A lot of these cities out there, they are walkable. Like you go to Madrid, like Spain. You go to France, certain parts, France. That shit walk. You can walk it. They streets small as fuck. They bike lanes on fleek. Shit, European bike lanes on fleek. They yeah, big ass bike lane. That shit got two-way traffic. With one lane, the cars gotta just go down that motherfucker. Just you come in, you shit. You gotta throw your hazards on, but that's how it is. They don't really have trucks like you're not gonna see like a Ram 1500 or a fucking Chevy Silverado. You're gonna see like these small ass like Ford Transit, like they're not Fords, they're like just a small van, like the e-geek people, like had like a small like a little, and it's delivering food. Like they don't have all the gas guys. They've been living like that. Like that's just how they been living. Agenda 21 or not, them niggas been living like that. That's traditional for them. So when they come out here, they feel like we're out of touch with the rest of the world because we not living like them. For one, because this is a newer country. And Europe is considered a continent. So they don't understand the correlation. They'll come from Spain, a country, and go to America, another country. But just the sheer size difference. And they're gonna feel like, man, this shit should have been a continent. Then too, it's like new. So a lot of American cities have been pacing themselves with technology, whereas Europe it's a lot of the cities would be considered to be not outdated, but more traditional. America is anything but traditional. But this shit out there is just more traditional. But yeah, it's a lot of people who do have trucks that really don't need trucks, but then people will be like, oh, it's America. I can have a truck as big as I fucking want. It's just like the gun thing. People are like, you have so many guns. Why do you have so many guns? They be like, America. You be like, shit. So you really, unless you want that type of time, you really can't fault somebody for just having a big ass Ford F450 for no reason. Like niggas that have a Ford F550 to go to Aldi's to pick up eggs and bread and milk. I mean, what you gonna say? You don't need it. Yeah. Shit, like, I don't need the AR-15. I got that bitch though. I don't need the 223 neither. I got these bitches though. Hey, it's a whole lot niggas don't need. Niggas got it. What the fuck? Technology is going to kill everybody. Yeah, that's why the same people who used to talk shit about the way Africans live back in the 2000s now want to live like African Bushmen. Y'all notice that shit? Because we build cities and civilizations, and 10 years later, we want to get out of the cities and away from civilization and have goats and build our own houses with the materials that are readily available in our environment. Niggas just like, see how this shit come full circle? Sometimes that's all they do. They want certain trends. I just understand that they come and go. They come and go. Boy, niggas used to brag about their city life. Remember that shit? City life was the shit. They don't have cities underdeveloped. Now some of you same niggas just want to live in a 1-bedroom trapper shack in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, herding goats. Is this guy a trans activist? Hell yeah, I'm a trans activist. Because some of y'all need to change the fluid in y'all transaxle right fucking now. It's a nigga in here watching me right now know that fluid in that transaxle. That's why your wet brakes are squeaking. He got wet brakes on his UTV, them bitches. Hell yeah, that transaxle, that shit need to be serviced. And you need to go ahead and hit them Zerk fittings with that grease gun while you at it. Bro, I ain't lying. Cops will fuck your house up during a search. They will tear your car up. People thought they was slick putting the kilos of cocaine in the floorboard of the vehicles until that K9 unit officer showed up with a beagle. The drug dealer's like, where the fuck is the German Shepherd? Nah, nigga, it's Wishbone. Yeah, this little motherfucker about to rat on you. Dog about to, you ever been snitched on by a dog? You like, yo, pause. I thought, you was man's best friend. I don't give a fuck what dog people think about cats. A cat ain't never told on you. Cats don't snitch. What cat you know sniffing drugs for the police? It's fucking people. People's like, yeah, we gonna have the kilos of cocaine in the floorboard of the Chevy Traverse. Nigga, shit, them police hop out with crowbars laced with adamantium. You can't buy these crowbars at Lowe's. Police got some official shit. They got some shit that was built by Lex Luthor. The police show up with crowbars that can take down Superman personally, and they just pop your floorboards right there. Bah! This is Officer Jackson, Officer Murphy. We found the product. Over. Requesting backup. Bring the paddy wagon. Nigga, counting brick. They show up with it. They got calculators too, nigga. They counting that shit. They done counted all the kilos, and they done did the math on how much them bitches going for to see how much you approximately make. It hit you with some motherfucking distribution. You get locked up, you distribution. They gonna hit you with that distribution. That when the feds show up out of nowhere. They all the state hate the feds. This is our case. Go somewhere else. And when the feds they show that dumbass FBI badge, it belongs to us now. We're pulling rank. The way these shows have you thinking the state don't like the feds, I'm like, y'all might as well have y'all own UFC division where y'all fight each other. Because when the feds show up, the police, they feel like they fucking with their investigation. They're like, yo, y'all fucking with our investigation. We've been tracking these boys for 3 years. And here you special niggas come. We're taking over from here. They show up, the feds don't even, when the feds come in, they don't even talk. They don't even talk. The police will be like, who the fuck are y'all in this investigation? This is our investigation. We have been looking at this. This is an ongoing investigation for 3 years. The feds will show up and do this shit here. And then walk away from you. They'll show up, hit you with this shit, and then start removing evidence from the crime scene. Sir, shut the fuck up, sir. We're pulling rank. Jackson, bag that up. We're taking it with us. Fucking county police over there like, we have our orders. You know it's going down when Wishbone shows up. Bruh, somebody's getting told on. When that special motherfucker hop out the K9 squad car, you going down. Hit that nigga smell all types of drugs. He'll smell drugs on you that you had around you last Thursday and start lunching out with it's a 10-4. We got them, bringing them into custody right now. Over and out. Officer Johnson is still at the Krispy Kreme. I'm on the way. I'll meet you there. Over. And he got to put his lights on to get there quick. This nigga running red lights with the shit flashing. I definitely wasn't at the Krispy Kreme, if that's what you're thinking. I got 2 more questions. I seen Empty Palace, my man sold some wood. Man, I'm up, man. Look, I'm big wood, man. That's why I got 2 tape measures. My wood heavy. The wood game heavy, you hear? Shit, I'm moving, man. Shit, nigga, I'm the Rick Ross of wood. Fuck you mean? I'm talking about just up and down the interstate, man. Up and down that there. I'm Rick Ross in this shit. The real Rick Ross. I'm trap or die with the wood game. And you see these hickory rounds behind. I'm about to get the cooking on this shit. Splitting this shit right here. You see all the hickory right there? That's why I told y'all it's not supply and demand for the small guy. It's demand and supply. So I know oak wood is superior. It's a better cooking wood and firewood. But for cooking woods, I've been getting a lot of people like, yo, you got hickory? No, I got oak. They like, all right, never mind. So people demand hickory, I'ma supply it. So I found me a lot of hickory. So I'm about to get the rockin' like talking about. Like my supply and demand would be oak wood. And people would be buying it because it would be in demand. But that ain't how the world works. Unless you're a big corporation doing a whole lot of marketing and propaganda to the point where your supply, you can get people to demand. The people they want it, go ahead, bring it to. People want hickory, they're gonna get the hickory and then shut the fuck up. I got the hickory. A lot of fucking hickory too. I'm not a fan of hickory. Oak is now hickory, no. Pecan is hickory though. Did you know pecan is a type of hickory? Oh, where the dude that was talking about hickory at? He was like, is hickory or oak? I don't know. He's like, is pig nut hickory? Cause that's what I got. He's like, is pig nut hickory the same as regular hickory? I'm like, there is no such thing as regular hickory. All hickory is something hickory. It's just people don't divulge that information to you. You can look anywhere online on the forums. You can even ask Google, what's the best type of hickory to smoke meats with? And they're gonna tell you pig nut. But there's so many fucking hickory types. You got pig nut hickory, mocker nut hickory, you got black hickory, you got red hickory, you got bitter nut hickory, shag bark hickory, shell bark hickory, you got water hickory, and pecan, which is a type of hickory. Look at the fruit, the nut, and the nut is the fruit. And you got all types of hickory. It's just certain species are native to Virginia. Pecan is native to the South, Louisiana, woo. George Washington had his slaves plant the shit here in Virginia. That's how pecan got here to Virginia. But that shit is indigenous. That shit not a native species to Virginia. There's so many types of hickories. I'm just retarded, so I specify because I'm a true wood guy. I like to know what I have. It's not good enough just to be like hickory. I need to know what type of hickory. I hate people to say, it's hickory. What type? What is it? People like hickory? It's just a regular hickory. Regular hickory doesn't exist. Is that shit bitter nut? Is it mocker nut? Is it red? Is it shag? That shit shell bark? They be like, I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. When you know, people feel more comfortable spending money with you. Because now I'm a fucking professional. People, I ain't just gonna tell you hickory. I'll be like, yo, this pig nut. I'm not a fan of hickory though for smoking. It's okay to burn in the fire pit, in the fire, like hickory. Like, don't get me wrong. Some people put hickory above black locust for firewood. They be like, hickory over black locust. Hickory isn't even in a league with oak wood at all. Like, you just look at the chart for the BTUs, the British thermal units. Hickory isn't even close to red oak. But people like the smell. They put it on the hearth. They love it. It goes up, has the house smelling warm and fills it with goodness and good feelings. And it's a hardwood. It's extremely hard. The bark is hard. So hickory is great for like all types of things. I got 2 axes that have hickory handles. Hickory is extremely shock absorbent. So it's just better, you know, hickory is the shit when it comes to that. You can make tools with hickory. This shit is real hard and dense, but as far as the BTUs, is nowhere near oak. So oak is a superior firewood and cooking wood. Yeah, I can't cook with hickory. I'd rather have oak. If I have oak, I'm cooking with oak. I've done the hickory thing. I don't see what all the hype is. I don't see what all the hype is about, but people fucking love it. And that's why I say certain people, they don't know what they want because they don't know. Like I know oak, but some people, they don't know. They just get in the wood game, and they get a barbecue pit, or they moved into a house with a fireplace. They looking online on the forums. They friend like, oh, I got hickory. You know, hickory got, you know, they got hella publicists. You gonna hear a lot of people, hickory, 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 get the hickory. Like it just sounds like something you would want to burn, and it's popular. Like it's fucking popular. Like the hickory, for firewood. I'm not talking about like putting it on a lathe and spinning it. I'm not talking about whittling. I'm not talking about making boards or saw logs. I'm just talking about firewood. Like a lot of these hickory people, they don't even know about ash. Like ash is better than hickory when it comes to firewood. Black locust, honey locust. Hell, even wild black cherry puts out more BTUs than pig nut hickory. But hickory's popular. So your mesquite game weak, damn right. Because I do locally sourced, I do that down home wood, Virginia's finest. Mesquite isn't native to Virginia. All my shit is locally sourced, organic. My shit did not come across state lines. Yeah, when you support, yeah, this some Virginia shit. We got Virginian hickories and oaks and cherries and a whole bunch of other things. Like mesquite, no. And then too, I'm in the smoking woods. Mesquite is just downright. I've had mesquite, but mesquite, no. I'm not a fan of mesquite. For steaks, shrimp, you doing like a little gumbo thing. Like mesquite is good for like an open pit, and you just turning the pig over. But smoking meat, you with the offset, and hickory is just too strong. I mean, not hickory, but mesquite is just too strong. Mesquite is for short cooks. Like you get some mesquite, you cooking hot dogs or something. Maybe you searing a steak. Steak ain't gonna be on for no more than like 5-10 minutes, if that. You just turn the bitch, get that bitch going. Like that's not for a brisket. Like you won't go to any competitions with you won't go to any barbecue competitions where any of them are using mesquite to smoke anything. I promise you, it's too powerful. It's too strong. That's for short, quick cooks. And everybody that knows what's up. Matter of fact, 90% of the people at these barbecue competitions, they use oak wood. Enough said. That's it. They don't really be fucking around with apple and hickory and mesquite and plum and pear and all this other weird. Oak wood. Oak wood gives off the best flavor profile that doesn't go against the seasoning of whatever it is you're cooking. You see what I'm saying? Like it's just certain things that people season a certain way. Oak wood, it is universal. It adds a flavor profile, but that flavor profile doesn't fight against the taste of the overall meat. Like, say, hickory, mesquite, apple, cherry. All these things fight against certain flavor profiles, so you got to match them up. That's why if you go to look up what type of wood goes pairs with what meat, they're gonna tell you alder wood you can use for fish. They're gonna tell you hickory, red meat, your beef. They're gonna tell you cherry you can use for poultry, your chicken, your game hens, etc. Then they're gonna tell you oak, everything. You're gonna get the oak. It's gonna be, you can use oak for red meat, white meat, black meat, yellow meat, Asian meat, African meat, Cornish hens, dolphin, cheese, okay, you know, yogurt. And them are like, oh, nigga, everything. I'm talking about wood again. What? I got 2 more questions. What about Australian meat? Liz, I'm coming down there. I'm cleaning your gutters. I don't want you laughing at me. You done finally put down that freaky Sandra Brown novel you was reading long enough to comment on this channel. I'm cleaning your gutters. Bar or liquid. We're not going to do that. That's what we won't do. We're not going to do that, Kingpin. Because you can't do the whole bar versus liquid thing without the only hands people getting involved, and then that's going to rowdy up the loofah people, and then the washcloth people are on some ABK shit now. They just anybody killer. Everybody getting it from. I ain't even trying to have a war right now. And then for some reason, that's going to bring in the mushroom people. I don't even fucking know why. But I just don't feel like that right now. The left is looking to ban oak. Shout out to the left. I'm ambidextrous, so shout out to my left hand, man. Shout out to the left coast. Shout out to the left foot. I kick harder with my left foot than my right foot. Gotta get them long Japanese body scrubbers. Man, bro, the loofah, let's talk about the loofah. The loofah is alive. It's a whole sponge that's still living. It's a living, or imagine you wash yourself with a living organism. Imagine scrubbing your body with a sea star. The sea star is still alive. You imagine the sea star still alive, don't know what the fuck going on? People will wash their ass with a living organism. That living organism doesn't understand what the fuck is going on. Imagine someone just picked you up and started washing their ass with you. Oh, you get like, just imagine somebody picked you up, a living organism, and started scrubbing their butt cheeks with you. You just gonna be like, damn, my life really took a turn for the worse. I thought things couldn't get no worse. But here I am in the crack of someone's ass. This is bullshit. I get it, Vincino. I like listening to long form streams too, to pass the time. Oh, I like pass the time too. Some people be like, damn, that shit was short. So, like, I like the short shit. Like, people just be like, people that go take a shit. Like, people that watch things when they on the toilet. And they get cause like going to the toilet, like taking a shit, when you gotta drop a deuce, that's like your time away. Especially like for certain parents, like they get a break. They go in the bathroom, close the door. The kid's out there doing what the fuck ever. You got a couple minutes to yourself. So that's when you need to watch something quick, like one of my skits. This shit only like a minute and 50 seconds long. You watch a skit, you flush, wipe your ass, you back out there in the real world. This shit here, this shit, truckers be hitting that Jake break. They be like, yo, where you been, BG? 10-4 over and out. Need some trucker hit me up. He was like, yo, I'm taking this load down to Florida. Where the fuck you been? I was like, I didn't feel like it. They just be listening to me. I was like, some of y'all don't do shit until I come on. Then that's when y'all want to go out to the garden and act like y'all doing something. I'm doing the garden. And then, oh darn, I was on the other day. Oh darn, ain't start putting the fence up until I showed the fuck up. Stay on another 30 minutes. Shout out to old darn, aka best friend. I get another 30 minutes because I just be talking shit. I got one more question though. Yet you can watch a live, bro. I don't even watch live. I just be listening to certain shit. Like sometimes I listen to I'll cut on Anomaly. That shit he be in my back pocket with my headphones on. I be over there splitting wood until he get to crying and doing all that weird goofy gay shit, and I'm just like, I don't even know why I cut this nigga on in the first place. I'll be like, all right, something to listen to while I split this hickory. Then that nigga will start rapping. Then that way you gotta cut this shit all the way off. Now he was speaking in chat, BG. Phone in the back. I have a job to do when I go in there. Man, watch and see. You know you take your phone in the bathroom. Stop. Everybody take their phone in the bathroom. Certain people, they get in the bathroom. They sit on the toilet. They get going and then they like, fuck. Where's my phone? Hey honey, hand me my phone. Some people will get out with a deuce and a quarter hanging out their ass to go grab their phone out the dining room. Yeah, you got a brown turtle poking out. You done got up off the toilet. You need that phone. Nigga hunched over trying. I need my phone. Can someone call it? Talking about, can you call my phone? No, nigga, go in there and take a shit without it. Niggas don't want to take a shit without their phone. I need my phone. That shit is stressful. You just in there with your thoughts. You gotta be alone. You just in there with your thoughts. Ain't nothing else you can do. You just, it be quiet as hell. You dropping that deuce. Your shit be real quiet. You just be on some, what if God was one of us? You be like, man, fuck that. Give me my phone. Can't be online. I have to concentrate. Before the phone, it was Lysol and shampoo labels. Don't nobody Lysol no more. I know what you're talking about. But it seemed like people used to care when they shit stank. I don't nobody give a fuck no more. People will walk out the bathroom with it flaming. No spray good, no none of that shit. Nigga, no nothing. Nigga, just straight ass. You walk in there behind them and get hit with ass. That shit smell like straight dumpster juice. Niggas don't even courtesy flush because everybody trying to save water. They saving water because that shit, the climate change. They be like, I can't courtesy flush. Nigga, flush that shit. That shit, boof. That shit be in there smelling like straight dragon trash. You in that pit. You gotta go in there. You just gotta go in there to pee, but you getting assaulted. Your senses are being assaulted. BG pay. Hell yeah, I'm paying my child support, and I don't got that much longer to pay it neither. Shit, my water bill too high for a courtesy flush. Sometimes it's not a courtesy flush, it's a practical flush. Meaning, if you don't flush, um, that shit just gonna build up, and when you finish taking the shit, it won't flush at all. When you flush that shit, when you ain't courtesy flush, and you hit that bitch and the water don't suck the shit down, that shit just swirl and the water rises like climate change. You be like, yo, the icebergs are melting. These fucking icebergs are melting in the toilet bowl. That's because you ain't courtesy flush. That shit was a utility flush. Then you didn't do it. Now you got high water. Now you can't even plunge the toilet without the shit running out. Because as soon as you stick the plunger in there, the shit gonna overflow. That way you need the courtesy flush. That shit is hella practical, son. Telling you some real shit. Some people don't even check the shit in the toilet when they get off. They just flush, wash their hands, and leave. Then somebody else go in there like, yo, the shit stopped up. You like, oh, fuck. Everybody know you did it. When you supposed to look, you supposed to get all of it. When it stopped flooding, you supposed to look again. You make sure that shit swirl the fuck down. They be like, damn, son, you left a Yule log in here. That shit won't fly. You know somebody that took a shit and the shit is a boat. Like that shit, it'll swirl, but it won't go down. The toilet give up. The toilet like, yo, you need to break this shit up or something. You gotta take the plunger and break that shit up. That shit is a solid, nigga. This shit, nigga, fuck you was eating carbon fiber, nigga. This shit crazy. That shit just shaped like this and this shit won't collapse. You got that rebellious shit floating the fuck around. You like, this shit ain't going on. Some of y'all toilets hate you. And next time, there's somebody out there listening to me right now. Next time they clean the toilet, they need to put the lid down and clean the back part. All that shit that done built up in the back part. You need to clean that shit. Fuck is wrong. You go over some people's house and they got the toilet seat be clean as a bit. But that back part, it be shitty. You go down to where the toilet bolted to the floor by the two nuts at the bottom of the toilet that don't nobody want to clean or touch. That shit just be just as brown as it want to be. You be like, yo, the fuck going on here? You're like, yo. Hey, yo, this shit wild, son. Poop knife with that. Man, you need that. You just need the water fast. You need to break your shit up so it can flush. Nigga, you need the water fast for the next several days. Nothing but water. You need to clean yourself out. That's your body telling you it hates you. When your shit come out that solid and it just hangs out in the toilet, that's your body's way of telling you, yo, I hate you. Like, yo, like, your insides is screaming thug life. I work and chat. It's probably my 148 IQ. I can't just chat. Like I be seeing certain people on like other, like I can't do the. I'll watch. I can't chat. I don't like talk. I don't like going. People play like. I don't do chats. I do, but I don't. Like I'll say some stupid shit. I don't like. But some of y'all just keep shit going. Like I can't live like I can't do that. Y'all look. Some of y'all will argue in the chat. Y'all, some of y'all go to other chats and argue to continue an argument that you had in somebody else chat. They're like, yo, I'd be like, yo, this argument transcends channels at this point. I don't know how people do that. I can't live like that, man. I can't live like that. I don't like, that's too much. That's like texting. I can't text. That's too much text. You hit that. You gotta, cause I gotta hit the backspace button too many times. I don't do that shit. So y'all know that backspace button. You have been texting somebody, hit the wrong button, then back. You gotta stop what you're doing, go all the way down, hit that backspace button. That backspace button, a bitch. Fuck that backspace button. I will continue this fucked up sentence. You just gonna have to read it between the lines. Ain't backspace shit. Some of y'all be online writing carefully manicured letters to each other. I'm like, yo, these niggas. I be like, yo, these niggas writing letters. These niggas writing Tom Clancy novels to each other. It's long ass. Like, this is a pamphlet. And man, I can't text. I hate texting. We're still on the poop topic, BG. You're not allowed to move on from it. Man, all y'all need to do, man, just don't go to Dollar General and get a plunger. Go to Home Depot and get that plunger. People be having the Dollar General plunger by the toilet, and you go over their house as a guest and try to break up the big piece of shit that don't want to go down. That shit, the toilet fall apart. I mean, the plunge, you got the rubber boot ever fall off? You got that rubber boot swirling around in the toilet. You like, yo, I'm not going in there again. I'm not getting that. Where'd you get this plunger from? That bitch a Dollar General. Hey, yo, where the fuck this plunger come? The rubber boot fell off. The plunger part. All I'm left with is a stick. They be like, just flush it. I'm trying, I'm sticking it. I put the stick in there. I'm sticking it. Nigga ain't got nothing but a stick next to the toilet. Like, yo, what the fuck I'm doing? That shit come, you know, the two-part, that shit come with the plunger and the toilet brush. And some of y'all need the brush, y'all, the shit just be caked to the side. You be like, yo, come on now. That's the most embarrassing thing in the world, when you go to somebody else's house and you shit in their toilet and that shit don't flush and they got a Dollar General plunger. You are fucked. That plunger is not going to help you out. You just gonna have to go outside and face the music. You be like, look, man, look. Yo, your toilet. That shit, yeah. Shit real in there. And there's still that one person in here that's laughing at these jokes that need to clean their baseboard. Nigga, that shit dusty as fuck. Talking about you clean the house. You ain't get that baseboard. I had a mom. My mom did that shit. She used to be so pressed to be like, yeah, I cleaned everything. She done you done vacuum. You done used her Kirby vacuum. The vacuum was hitting the furniture with it. You know how you don't give a fuck when you vacuum and you a kid. You don't move the furniture. You just ram the vacuum into the furniture and fuck it up. Your mom get that. I clean everything. The baseboard be dusty as a bitch. She right there. Man, this shit dusty as fuck. Like, hell, I ain't even know that was a cleanable item. You clean that baseboard. Yeah. The cheap toilet paper, the shit that come from the government benefits office, the shit that they ship to the government buildings when you go use the bathroom in there. That shit is like one ply. That shit one ply with sharp edges. That shit is like wiping your ass with composition notebook paper. Man, I got one more question, and I'm gonna get up out of here. BG, I'm sorry, bro, but you can't use my toilet. I don't like using other people's toilets. That shit wild. I don't like using other people's toilets or showers for real. When you go in there, you ever try to operate somebody else's shower? That shit like getting into a spaceship. They be like, left is right and it's hot and cold is the other opposite direction. That shit, then you get in there, that shit say something else. You don't know what the fuck, your shit still be lukewarm. You be like, yo, what the fuck? That shit still be running at the bottom because it got a knob like a fucking BMW vehicle. That shit just over here doing this shit right here. You done tuned a bit. You ever getting in the shower that got one jank? You like, yo, this one knob fucking me up, son. The shit look hella simple, but I'm not getting the desired results. They gotta go in there and show you how to do it. People had a shower head down low. You're like, who the fuck is in here washing a dwarf? People's shower head be up high. That shit be coming, some of the shit come out the tile. The other, that shit just come out the wall. That shit don't get nothing but head. That shit hit your forehead and that's it. It don't matter. It don't matter how far back in the tub you stand. You go to use somebody's tub and there's ants everywhere. Them shit's coming out the drain. You gotta go tell her like, yo, your ants ran off with my washcloth. I had the loofah, but they took that too. People be having ants like shit. Ants are funny as hell. You ever went to somebody's house that had bugs and you ain't want to bring it up? Like you see it and they're talking to you. You don't want to just be like, yo. You're like, yo, is that a bed bug? Or that shit just feel real impolite. You be like, yo, I think you got bed bugs. See somebody. Your best friend, you go to your best friend's house, you see that shit, just be like, yo, yo, is that a bed bug right there, Holmes? Like, nigga, we can't even be friends no more. That's one relationship down the drain. Now, hell no, bed bugs travel. Hell no. Bed people, yeah, we don't like bed bugs, but bed bugs do that traveling shit. Some of y'all thought y'all do that traveling shit. Bed bugs on a whole nother level. Bed bugs are up and go to a whole nother country for no reason. Bed bugs are get in your pocket and ride with you. When you get to your destination, they know they get out your pocket and just start procreating. And they do this shit. That's why some of y'all got friends that you don't let over your house. You go over your, every time you go over your friend's house, you got Safeway bags on your feet. You tie your shit off with Safeway bags. They be like, yo, take the bags off. You be like, they be like, yo, sit down. You be like, hell no, I'll stand. I'll stand here. we just gonna stand. We just gonna be some standing motherfuckers there, cause I'm not sitting down. The bed bugs are in the sofa, like, yeah, come sit down. Yeah, have a seat. Please have a seat. Bed bugs out travel roaches. Don't no other bug travel like bed bugs. When you do get roaches, you know it. Roaches will run across your TV while y'all watching a movie. Bed bugs are evil. Bed bugs will do just like this and wait for you to fall asleep. You just wake up with bite marks over you. Be like, damn, I done scratched myself in my sleep. You think that shit normal? Nah, nigga, you got bed bugs. So it's like 3 people watching me right now that got bed bugs and don't know it. I guarantee you. That shit fucked up. That shit not even funny. I feel for you. Some of y'all don't even know how to look for bed bugs. That's how good they are at what they do. And a lot of people, they look for bed bugs in the bed, around the bed. They'll take the covers off, flip up that little flap and look. Yeah, some bed bugs. But bed bugs will walk from that nightstand table in the living room that you don't never touch. They'll walk from that motherfucker down the hallway into the bedroom and bite your ass while you sleep and then go back. They don't just stay in the vicinity. They travel for their meal. Real shit. They be anywhere. I told y'all they travel. I got one more question. I done talked about a whole lot of shit. I done talked about too much. They stop trying to give me nightmares and shit. That show on Lifetime called Hoarders that they used to have, I used to watch. They had this one episode. Shawty had a bed bug infestation. Yeah, man, that shit was wild, son. Like the bed bug, like they were having babies, and then you could see like the shit, they were defecating all over the fucking place. That's why they itch, because after they bite you, they shit in the wound. Bed bugs are hella disrespectful. Real shit, look it up. After bed bugs bite you, they shit in the wound. And that's why you scratch when you wake up. Real shit. That's what makes it itch. Like they shit right there. They just bite, and then they just turn around, and then they walk the fuck away. Yo, did you just shit in the wound? Mosquitoes don't even do that. That's some disrespectful shit. At least roaches don't want to eat you. It's almost, some people got roaches, and it's almost like they have an understanding with their roaches. It's like the roaches was like, all right, look, so we won't come out during these hours. But during these hours, you might see a couple of us, because, you know, so you like, yo, between the hours of 2 a.m. and 9 a.m., don't open the oven. That's their time, and they're in there. Like if we want, we can operate the George Foreman grill from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Then they come back out at 11 p.m. Yeah, y'all got that road roach. That shit only come out when company is always that same one too. The same size and everything. That nigga just out like, yo, who's the new person? You got that one roach, he on the wall looking at you and your new girl. Like, oh, really? You got a new one? Does the one you had over here yesterday know about her? Yo, those fries you made were good, son. Yo, I'm digging that new sauce, too. You got that roach with that New York accent? Hey, yo, son. Yo, I'm just out here to tell you, yo, that Philly steak and cheese you made, fucking delicious. Oh, gosh. Hey, yo, my mother just had 20 more kids, too. So, yeah, be on the lookout. Make more. Shit was good. I got 2 more questions, man. Mice are annoying, but they're not evil like bed bugs, and they're not as annoying as roaches. Mice are considerate. They're meek, they're timid. They're, hey, okay. Like mice will adjust their habits around you. It's like they'll get a feel for when you sleep, when you're not in the house, then they go about, when you come home, they go the fuck away. They don't play that shit. When you got company, they like, we out. You ain't gonna see us, you ain't gonna hear us. They'll just shit in the cabinet. They always shit in the cabinet underneath the oven. That cabinet that you put the pans in, they shit in there. That's their toilet. They don't shit nowhere else. You won't even know you have mice. That's how considerate mice are. They don't bite you. When they do eat their way into your cereal box, it's a nice little neat hole. You second guess it. You like, damn, what the fuck? Did I do this? Like, who the fuck did, what is this? You'll see some shit, be like, damn, what the fuck going on? Oh, I must have spilled the rice. I'm clumsy. Maybe there's a hole in the bag, in the back. There's somebody in here watching me right now that got mice and don't know it. Just put a trap down. Just put a glue trap down. You might catch something and be like, oh shit, where the fuck this nigga come from? You got mice. That's all I'm saying. Mice eat like humans too. People like, oh, just with some cheese. Man, mice eat everything you eat. They're like people and they're smart too. They're intelligent. Like they know. It's like mice have, when I say intelligent, I'm saying like, it's like they have intuition. And people don't believe they can squeeze in a tiny place. Like they can fit through a hole the size of a penny. Like, man, it's outstanding. And they can climb like shit too. They are adept at climbing. Why the fuck am I talking to you guys about? Yo, time out, man. Yo, Lil old man, what's up? Any questions? Is there anything else? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. I'm about to get into this hickory though. So I'm one more question, man. I'm out. BG, what are your customers using the wood for? Firewood for the fire pit, camping, for the smokers, for cooking wood, for the chimney, etc. Did I say camping? To stack up for the winter. I got there's some prepper people. They like, yo, just in case. They don't even need, they don't have none of that shit. They just want the wood just in case some wild shit happens. And they may need to burn some shit to stay warm. We need some wood. We're preppers. We're prepping. They just want for their rocket stove. Fucking up. Disrespectful mice. Mice aren't really that disrespectful. They just can sometimes shock you because they're so small and they move so quick. So when you see it, you're like, oh, it's like you don't even see them. You just see like a shadow just dart across the room, and that freaks women out. They're like, oh, oh, oh. You're like, what the fuck going on? Like they're fast. No, I was talking about the squeaking. Oh, okay, cool. How the fuck? I feel like, how the fuck? Where the fuck are my 88 people at? I usually have 88 people. How the fuck? I'm slumming that hard? 67 people? What the fuck has happened? Is it something I did? Is it one of those it's not me, it's you type of things? Who has broken up with me in this short amount of time? What the fuck have I done? It was 79 when I got, man, I used to have like 88 the whole way through, like a whole, like damn. I'm some shit at YouTube. Damn. The market has spoken. The free market has spoken. And you ain't shit. I'm like, damn, I'm about to quit and get a day job, son. How the fuck I'm supposed to make money like this? Where the fuck my watchers at? Like, damn, where the fuck my audience go? What the fuck? That shit bad. That shit, what the fuck? I still can't believe Anomaly has more live watchers than I do. I am befuddled. I don't accept that. That's bad. I am doing bad on these YouTube streets. You know it's bad when Tyrone Strawberry get more live viewers than you do. That means you down bad. Where the fuck my viewers at? I don't feel like this is organic. This is like something else going on. I like this chat because it's tight with good peeps. Moves at a readable rate too. That's bad. Chat's moving at a readable rate does not pay bills. Where the fuck? Jim Bob gets more viewers than I do. And I got more subscribers than him. What the fuck? Shout out Jim Bob. I'm sick of y'all playing me like this, man. Sick of y'all playing with my emotions. What's wrong with y'all, man? Curtis is gonna be his guys. I'll probably watch that. I ain't even going. I'll probably see what the fuck is that. But damn, like damn, where the fuck my viewers at? It still amazes me. I got 140,000 subscribers. That how you know, like this shit, like this would normally be a blow to someone's ego on YouTube. To have 140,000 subscribers and 88 people live watching. That is that's terrible. Yo, son. If this was high school, I'd be staying back. They would have kept me in middle school. They would have sent me back to the 6th grade for this type of ratio. This shit is all the way fucked up. Yeah, we thought you broke up with us, BG. Yeah, y'all be y'all. And nah, I don't be on. I just don't be feeling like doing shit. Sometimes I don't feel like doing shit. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just get really just hustle, man. I had to hustle. All right, one, we can't read your mind with your random wood. It's okay, BG, you got your bestie in here. I mean, that's true, but damn, you know, it would be nice to have like at least like 300 live viewers. I'm just kidding. It wouldn't be. That. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of that. I don't want that. That's a lot. But yeah. You did have that. I ain't never, at no point during my lives did I have like over 300 people watching. People just coming from the skits, people just never fuck with the, maybe the On Benjamin shit. Maybe during that time, but other than that, no. I can't think of one time where I went live and it was like over 300 people just watching me. And then too, like my thumbnails are goofy as fuck too. So that doesn't help. Like people, it's the microwave generation. People want to see flair and not work in the thumbnail. my fucking thumbnail is just a bunch of stacked wood. They like, why the fuck am I'm not watching that. I already can't relate. You know, I got that shit. And then my titles be goofy as fuck too. Titles be goofy as fuck. I don't even know what the fuck I'ma title the video because I don't know what the fuck I'ma talk about. thing for sure had you 500 people in. That's because a lot of people don't like on, and I'm one of them. But yeah, outside of that, I don't like 500 people. You talk about the atomic, all that type of shit going to generate like a whole lot of people like piquing their interest. So people gonna be like, what? He's talking about somebody I like or I don't like? Ooh, ooh. Do the mukbang dance. I don't know about the dance. I should just do a mukbang. Just go get a whole bunch of KFC and eat that shit silently in front of y'all face. Y'all see that mukbang shit? You can hear the people chew. Why is that popular? I seen the shit and I was thinking to myself, why is this a thing? Why the fuck these niggas just got a whole bunch of Chinese food and they're just eating it on camera silently? All you hear is mouth noises. The fuck is wrong with the world? Get a chocolate fountain, BG. I ain't gonna do shit but dip my chicken tendies in it. I ain't shit else I'm gonna do with a chocolate fountain. That's that Golden Corral shit. Fucking get that gold fountain, dip your crispy brown chicken tendy in it. You gonna catch me smiling like Baby Yoda. I got my chicken tendies in there. Hell yeah. I watch your cooking shows all day. Yeah. When the Curtis Stone shit happen, I wanna, cause I'm petty and biased. I don't give a fuck. But when I don't like somebody, I'll watch people talk shit about that person. I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, hell yeah, I'm here for it with chocolate chicken tendies in a big gulp. Yeah, what's cracking? Hell yeah, this is my kind of entertainment right here. It's either tractor time or somebody talking shit about somebody I don't like. Those are the only things I fucking watch on YouTube. You just show up. Remember back in the day, that's how you used to eat them KFC buffalo, those buffalo kickers. Remember the honey barbecue wings from KFC back in the day? Them shit had. They shit. Shout out to Clessy Cummins. Clessy Cummins is a young gentleman from Ohio, from the early 1900s that branded the Cummins diesel. The person who actually invented the diesel engine died on the Titanic, and Clessy Cummins kind of took the design and whoa, you know. So shout out to Clessy Cummins. And shout out to Harley and Davidson and the team of boys from Wisconsin. They gave y'all the Harley-Davidson bike. The nigga Harley, I forget his name, and Davidson, it was two people. It was a team of people actually. The bike was originally for working people. Like it wasn't for like the bad boy image, and this shit wasn't making the the chop sound that it make, you know, that came due to the crankshaft, you know, and the compression and all that shit from the engines they was building. Ooh, that shit. It did the variable thing where it switched. That way you get that wild ass idle low. That shit to be in. But the chopper name came from the people who was coming back from the war, and they used those Harley-Davidsons in the war, and they came back and veterans was just removing parts that were unnecessary. That's where the term chopper came from. They was chopping off shit that they didn't need. It was down with that. And when all the veterans came back, that's when the bike clubs were invented. It was like, yo, this is what we know. We were in the war with these. They go back, they get a Harley-Davidson, come back, start their little bike club. Yeah, shout out to Classy Comments though. Cummins was building, they were making diesel engines for generators and shit like that. They had a diesel engine in the airplane too. And then Plessy Cummins, he wanted his engines to be mainstream though, you know, but he wasn't the one to do it. The person who took over the company after him did it, you know, and then like he the one that really pushed Cummins. And then that's when they entered the partnership with Dodge. They had the big dumbass 5.9 Cummins and just slapped it in the fucking, talking about that was a big ass engine. That was too much engine. The fucking Cummins, the 5.9 shit, that shit was just too fucking much engine. That shit weighed 1,100 pounds. Like they weren't like the D, like, look, they were on one. But you know, it doesn't lit. It did, you know, with the times and the culture changing, it didn't meet the emission standards. So out the window that went. Too bad Harley-Davidson went woke. Harley-Davidson building electric bikes. They're trying to keep, because they losing money. Because their fan base is dying the fuck out. There's a lot of boomers buying it. Their average age of buyers is 48. They stopped producing the results of the average age of buyers because younger people aren't buying their bikes. And when Honda came over, that was big problems for Harley-Davidson. Those Honda engines, those Honda motorcycles, like I'm talking about like in the 60s and 70s, was fucking Harley-Davidson sales up. Harley-Davidson went broke and Harley-Davidson had to sell to AMF. You know, the bowling people? Them niggas. So AMF owned Harley-Davidson for like a decade and came out with a bike that was just garbage. So, you know, Harley-Davidson had to buy their company back from AMF a decade later when they had the funds, I believe, for like 180 million. And then that's when they started trying to get their image, you know, make up for the shit that AMF fucked them over. Like that AMF shit was crazy. You look into it when AMF bought Harley-Davidson. Harley-Davidson was down bad. And then from there they just worked their way up to their fan base. But everybody else started going for the Honda bikes. And they just, the only thing that was keeping Harley-Davidson alive was tradition. And Harley-Davidson went to Reagan when he was president to put tariffs, to increase the tariffs on the bikes that were coming from Japan. So Harley-Davidson did some bitch shit that I can't even respect. They couldn't compete, so they went to the government, and was like, yeah, and they increased tariffs coming over here in Japan. Like these shit's fucking up our sales. So Reagan increased the tariff. Bow! Made it harder for them to for the Japanese to get their bikes over here, but that shit didn't stop them. Like Honda took off, son. Like Honda went against all odds. But yeah, Harley-Davidson did some bitch shit early. Like this shit was just so not respectable. But now they're trying to capture the millennials, so they're building e-bikes and saying that that's the future. You know, they're trying to make a more, they're trying to move away from like the whole biker gang. Like they're, yeah. But anyway, I'm out. The fuck is that? I said I'm out. Is that the okay? Oh, there we go.